Steven Gerrard could be on his way back to Rangers, apparently. But the question is, do we want him? Do we want Steven Gerrard back at Rangers Football Club? Well, it doesn't really matter what we want because Philip Clement's set to stay, but all that and more to be discussed here in this upcoming, well, say it's upcoming, it's right here, right now. It's the live stream. It is Philip Clement City and it is Steven Gerrard. We are going to dive straight into it once we get a few viewers in. I tell you what, Steven Gerrard, he's not been sacked, obviously. He's on 15.2 million a year. I mean, Gerrard's near on the same that what we lost. We're just 2 million off that. Can Gerrard bring some of that Saudi money in? Gerrard's made his money, right? He made his money in his footballing career. He sure as hell made his money in his managerial career. Come on back home. Come on, Stevie. Take it. Take the job. Take the job. Take the Rangers job again and hopefully deliver. Maybe stop the 10 again. Gerrard, is that the aim? It could be, but in all seriousness, Gerrard, he won one trophy. All right? He won one trophy. Yeah, it was the most important trophy that he won. It was a league title. But the Cup's performances were not good enough. Simply were not good enough, man. There's no two ways around it. They weren't acceptable. Thinking of all those games that Gerrard lost. But again, as much as it wasn't acceptable, Gerrard losing, a lot of semis, didn't really get to a lot of finals, which in itself is not a good look. You look back at the Gerrard run in fondness, you do. It is what it is. Hope so. Would make it interesting. But he loves the dosh now. He's no dafty. He won't come back. Yeah, but he's made his dosh. You know what I mean? He's made his dosh, Stevie G. So could you argue, well, why wouldn't he come back? He has a fondness for Rangers, right? We can say he has a fondness for Dosh, right? And no, he likes all that stuff. But see, at the end of the day, I think big Stevie Gerrard would come back. I think he would. But he's not sacked yet. I think he would have to be out of a job. And looking at the reports in Saudi Arabia, he could be out of a job. But Sean Hughes, channel member, channel legend. Look, if you want to use that, you can use the Rangers badge. Huh? Gerrard over Clement, any day. No Dosh to buy players, he won't come. Well, that is another. You've actually got a. Yeah, Liverpool is his dream, right? I never said Rangers was his dream. I said come back home to Rangers. He is not getting the Liverpool job. Arne Slot's doing a good job, right? Gerrard's best chance of getting the Liverpool job was if he knuckled down at Rangers after 55. And here, maybe if he left at the end of last season when Klopp left, maybe he could have got the job then. That could have been on the back of a bunch of more trophies, a bunch more league titles. But he left. He rolled the dice at Villa. It didn't work. All right, it did not work for Stevie Gerrard. All right, yes. Oh, there we go. Big Sean using the Rangers emoji. That's what I like to see. But Aston Villa, look at the difference. Yeah, look at no, but that's another thing. Look at the difference at Aston Villa between Gerrard and Unai Emery. Under Gerrard, it was relegation fodder. Under Unai Emery, easily top 4 team. They're better than United, they're better than Chelsea, and they're better than Tottenham. Playing field, not level enough for Stevie. He won't be back. I tell you what, it's not level about. It's not that level. Evening. Enjoyed watching the meltdowns last night. Well, I'll tell you what did Gerrard do in his first year? He got us back in front of Aberdeen. That's what we need to do right now. As tragic as it sounds, that's what Steven Gerrard needs to do. The meltdowns last night. Who melted down last night? I was all right last night. I wasn't melting down last night. I was all right. These fireworks are scaring the shit out of me. Someone's dog typing in the chat there. Yeah, fireworks are mince, aren't they? Slippy is a donkey. I already read that. Slippy is a donkey. Doesn't really matter if Slippy's a donkey or a horse or a thoroughbred. Would I take Jimmy Thielen? Of course I'd take Jimmy Thielen. Look at Jimmy Thielen's done. Night and day. Seriously, if you wouldn't take him back, I've seriously got a question. If you would not take him back, if you wouldn't take Jimmy Thielen over Clement, man, I don't know what to tell you. And that's not to say if Clement went to Aberdeen, like they'd automatically turn to shite, even though I think they would. But McKenzie's Rangers written over him. Would you take Pedro over Phil? Right, that's more even for debate. Would I take Pedro over Phil? No. Of course I wouldn't take Pedro over Phil. Because, I think he might just be as bad as Pedro, but it's like, if we're going to get rid of Phil and debt, all that talk, it needs to be something good. Nah, of course I wouldn't take Naismith. I think we're going off the rails here with these options because all these guys are pish. At the end of the day, would you take Beale? Would you take Beale over Phil? No. Even though I think Beale was better than Phil, I've changed my mind. I flip flopped. See, a week ago, I said Beale was worse than the big man, Phil. Now I've changed it. I've changed my mind. I'm back. I'm back. There we go. I need to add more wee emojis and all that good stuff. Custom emojis. That is the only custom emoji. The hand wave. I'm having too much fun with that chat. But in all seriousness, yeah, I mean, there's not many people I wouldn't take with instead of Phil right now. Phil's got to go. There's been nothing from Rangers today. People were hanging on to the fact that Beale gets sacked at 8:00, right? He gets sacked at 8:00. Beale gets sacked at 8:00 last year. Well, it is 2 minutes past 8, and I can assure you that nothing has happened. He's still here, and that is pretty. That is pretty much it. How sure is that? Would you take Neil Lennon with a 25 million budget over Phil? I just don't think Neil. I don't think. I know Neil Lennon at Rangers wouldn't work it, but Lennon's won trophies in this league. League titles, regardless of how you think he's won them and whatever. Fucking more than what Clement's going to walk away with. Clement's going to walk away with a League Cup to his name, and I'm supposed to pretend that's brilliant. A lot of managers might not touch you. Here, that is another scenario that can definitely happen because look at the state of it. But as for Gerrard, let's actually look into the Gerrard news. So Steven Gerrard, the sack claim has been squashed. It's been quashed, whatever you want to call it. Apparently, he's became a comedian. He's been branded a plumber. He's been asked to resign. He's been asked to do all sorts. His Steven Gerrard now. He's facing the sack from his role as Al Attafig manager after a string of poor forms compounded by a shock cup exit this week. Honestly, I know people be like, well, why would you want a manager that's going to get the sack in Saudi Arabia? Yeah, valid point. Valid point's being dished out. I just X'd down the article, man. Jesus Christ, why did I do that? I needed to read that. Let me read it again. But I don't know. I don't even who even wins the league over in Saudi. It sounds like an Alder. Who wins the leagues over in Saudi? I don't even know. Can you tell you the best team in Saudi is? It just seems like a monopoly. It just seems like absolutely mental. Phil ain't walking away. He'll want to put. Nah, Phil ain't going to walk away. Walking away. He's not going to walk away. No money to spend. Would you manage them? Yeah, manage them for free. Imagine managing Rangers during the day and then I get back and I can do a live stream about it. Al Hilal, are they the best team? Who plays for them? No idea. Would you take Derek McInnes with a more realistic fiver budget? Derek McInnes would automatically get this team better because he would make them hard to beat, and that's what you can ask for, man. Team's easy to beat. Neymar's team, fair enough. Would they take you? I mean, I'd hope they'd take me, but I'm not too sure they would take me. But Derek McInnes, yeah, I mean, I know he rejected us once upon a time, but I take them now. Gerrard's team has got Damari Gray, Georgie Wijnaldum, Dembele. They sit 5 points above the drop, 10th in the Saudi Pro League. I mean, that is not good. Fans online appear to have lost their patience with one writing. I've been watching and following Al Attafig since 2001. Honestly, he's the worst coach who came to the club. Oh, aye. Yeah, Steven Gerrard's worse than whoever they had pre-Saudi League boost. Boom. Graham Murray till the end of the season. I hope not. I pray not. But Big Phil, he's still in a job. People are saying, I truly believe he's not even a coach. He lacks everything: tactics, spirit, motivation. Even worse, his press statements are awful. I'm wondering how he survived with Aston Villa. What's going on here? Calling Gerrard a plumber and all this talk. Tell you what about Gerrard, he said he makes the Saudi Arabian team train at 10 so he can watch the Liverpool game. That tells you how much of a piss take they treat the Saudi league. He purposely holds back the training for his team to 10 o'clock at night so he can watch the Liverpool games. Like, I get it, time zones and all that, folks, but geez, oh man, 10 o'clock at night so he can watch the games. I think that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Alex Neil, yeah, I don't know who's going to get the Rangers job, but I mean, Philip Clement, 5-4 to get sacked. That was after the Kelly game. But what about Monk the Willie the honky tonk man? Bring back Pedro. Getting a lot of Pedro. Too warm to train through the day in Saudi. Here, not denying that, but that's what Gerrard actually said that. You know, I mean, the night lasts a long time. What time it gets dark at inside? Not that it really matters. Who cares? I couldn't care what time it gets. What time does it get dark at in Saudi Arabia? It doesn't do anything for me because Rangers. When you get back to Philip Clement, forget about Gerrard. Gerrard's a pipe dream, and if he came back, man, there's no guarantee anything's going to work out good. Maybe what Gerrard came and did for the club, that's done. That's written in stone. Probably Clement moaning about toenails. The Rangers players must have had fungus because they are bogging. Rotten toenails, man. What gardening leave? What? Why are we Why is Clement talking about toenails? Everybody, toenails. What about Warburton? Then you can eat the bread. Today's bread today. Is that Brennan's? I don't even know. Would be better with the old wrestler, the honky tonk man. Would you take Wayne Rooney? No, Wayne Rooney's an awful manager. Doing all right, Stevie Blue Mac. Yes, Blue Mac. I'm doing good. I'm doing better that you're here. Stuart McCall did a good job last time. Methinks not. I mean, who is there? Who is there? Who do we want? The honky tonk man? Do we want the honky tonk man? The second longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time? Is that who we want to manage Rangers? Hit people in the head with guitars? You're desperate to get 1 out of 9 back. Well, yeah, that 1 out of 9's pish. I'm not gonna gloss over it. 9 out of 10, or 9 out of fuck. I wish it was 9 out of 10. 1 out of 9 is shite. But that's just the state we're in. If you offered us right now for Gerrard to come back, right, and at the end of the 26-7 season we win the league, I think most people would take that because that you write off this season and you write off next season. As sad as it sounds, does anyone see us winning the league title next year? Forget about this year. What about next year? Yo, don't know what's going to happen. But looking at the money situation, there'll be no money to spend. The team that we've got right now is shite. So, Chainsaw Charlie and Booker T as his assistant. I mean, that's a random 2 wrestlers to pluck together. Terry Funk and Booker T. But, yeah, now you need to take a chainsaw to half his team. Blue Mac makes you a few quid. He should give to save his team. Sorry, Stevie. No, Rangers can't be saved at this stage of the game. I can though. Terry Butcher and my baker. I mean, who could the? I don't even. But we need Clement to get sacked first before we can talk about who a new manager can be. Because then you get the odds, then you get interviews, and then you get everything. As of right now, yeah, we want him gone. Everybody wants him gone, and a win against Motherwell doesn't change anyone's opinion. Blue Mac, happy Halloween, even though it's a shite one. It is a shite one, but that makes it a wee bit better. Thank you for the £5 donation. But yeah, like I said, we won't really know anybody that's going to be linked managerial-wise until he gets sacked. I mean, I know under Gio, Beale turned up like during the game, but I mean, just imagine the toxicity for this Hearts game at Ibrox. I mean, hell, Hampden will be bad enough. Away at Olympiacos, I mean, I feel like Europe games, they kind of feel non-canon at this stage. They feel non-canon. They don't really matter, European games. We're all expecting to get even if we were in good form, I wouldn't really expect much away to Olympiacos. But, factor in, I mean, if we lose to Motherwell, then get scudded by Olympiacos, which, like I said, could happen when you're playing well. How can he survive that? I mean, say that happens, right? Say you go at the cup and you get beat against Olympiacos. That's 3 defeats in 4. How can he stay through that? But again, at the same time, say you get beat by Motherwell and you win 1-0 away to Olympiacos. Who's going to care? No, honestly, who's going to care about that? No one's going to care about that. I wouldn't care about it. It's the same with the FCSB result. People, bloody think that's the great. Yeah, we won 4-0 in Europe, right? I'm never going to say that's horrendous, but it's not. What did it do? What's it done? It's completely forgotten about. Look at us. 6 days removed, 7 days now because it's Thursday, and what's changed? Nothing. We played a shitey Romanian team, and the arse went. I mean, look against St Mirren, back to square one, and then against Aberdeen, even worse. I'm not even convinced we can beat Motherwell. I don't think we'll beat Motherwell. I don't. Let me heart that we super chat. Gerrard's overrated as fuck. He's a pandemic manager. Tell you what, I thought there would have been a new pandemic with the election coming up, but we've been let down there. I'm disappointed. That's when we could have done something. Barry Robson's doing nothing. He will get the best out of Barron on the bench. Clement needs a beer smashed over his head, Stone Cold Steve Austin style. Austin didn't really smash people over the head with beer, so that was more like the Sandman or something. Colin Skink, you're a sad man. Gerrard stopped 10 in a row. He did. Take us back. Let's spend some money. Let's fix the place while the sun is shining. Yep, Gerrard, you take Gerrard back. Motherwell are shite if you can't beat. Yeah, Motherwell are all right. They're sitting 4th. Still not good enough, by the way. I mean, you still should be beat. I don't care if Motherwell in the form of their life. Still should be beating them, but it's like even if we were taking on, I mean, Hibs or Hearts who are rock bottom right now, I have no faith in the league. I've got tickets for Hampden, but I don't think I'm even going to bother going. I think a lot of people are in that boat. I tried to look at the tickets earlier, but it wouldn't let me on. COVID stopped 10 in a row. Stevie G stopped it. That's the bottom line because Stone Cold Phil said so. What? A new manager will want some money to spend in January and summer, and Rangers ain't got it. What manager at a decent level is accepting that? Well, that's another. Well, does Clement know? Clement kind of alluded to the fact about here. I was promised some stuff, and now I've no got it. He's got enough player. Well, regardless of what we think about recruitment, right? There's enough quality in that team to be higher up the league table than what we've done right now. There is. I mean, any half decent manager would have got a better performance at those players last night. Let's not fucking pretend that otherwise, man. I mean, come on. It's just shite. Why would Gerrard come back to their club that's about to get rock bottom? Pure delusion. You're delusional if you think Gerrard will come back to you. He needs to pay tax on his Saudi money if he comes back to the UK. Does he not need to wait like 3 years on that though? I think it's 3 years. So I think that Gerrard's a pipe dream, man. I've just put it in there because that's the rumours. Neil Lennon's out of work, brilliant. Has he lost the dressing room? I don't know. Maybe he's cuddling him. He's like, oh, you did great out the other day. He's lost 2-1. Do I look happy? Do I look settled? Do I look like I've shat myself? Philip Clement has shat himself. Derek McKinn's, John Cullen, you're being a fud. Who? He joined when they were rock bottom already. Yeah, there you go. There's no fight in the team. Yep, there is no fight in the team. The team's pish, man. Team's on its arse. No two ways around it, man. Team is on its arse, and is it going to get picked up anytime soon? Probably not. Hopefully be as good as Big Egg. Looks like Muscat was best bet. Hopefully, Muscat PC's only winner. Here, keep him, it's the money in his pocket. Sack him, it's money in his pocket. We're fucked either way. Get Super Ali back. As a lifetime Hoop supporter who loves to have a giggle as the normal meltdown channels, your channel's brilliant. You seem the only one that's delivering free. Tell it like it is. Dina Cook. Refreshing. Aye, that's all right. Well, according to some people, we're still going to win the league. Fucking work that one out. Answers on a postcard. We need new number 9. He hasn't lost the dressing room. They're just waiting cement for China. We'd take Gerrard back in a heartbeat, but does he really want to come back to this mess of a shit? He won't. He won't. There's no money to spend. You know what I mean? What happens? Say Gerrard comes back for 3 years, right? And he wins another league title at the end of it. What's to say 3 years after that we're not sitting in this exact same mess in 2029 30? Who knows? McKinn's, aye, get some freebies. He's gone nuts. They should be looking at Davy Martindale for 3 or 4 years to stable the ship and allow you to sort the accounts out. Davy Martindale. Good channel, but your team's pish. I want Gio in a bag. I wouldn't take Gio back, man. I mean, compared to Clement, yes, but people forget, right? Gio's football at the end was just as bad as Clement's football. Does no one remember the games against St Johnstone getting scudded by Celtic? Does no one remember it? I mean, I remember it. You know, even with Beale, it's like, it's just this. And what's that tell you, though? The style of football towards the end of all these managers' tenures being the exact same. Awful. It must be down to the players. Just down to the players. Players, they just give up their manager. It's unacceptable. You know, what was it Roy Keane said the other day? He's like, you know, at good clubs, the manager holds the player accountable. At great clubs, players hold players accountable. And you've got to look at that logic. You know, it shouldn't be up to just Clement or Beale or Gio to get a tune at these players, man. See, when they're playing shite, I want to see my players having a go at each other. You know what I mean? It's all right talking about, oh, well, Bajrami, he looks good. Connor Barron, he runs his wee pan in. John Suter that. Jack Butland. I want to see it in the pitch. See, when there's a mistake, like when Tab makes the mistake last night, heavy touch and it goes straight off the post, and then for a Morris tapping, I want to see them fucking going through Tab, but they just stand there and it's pathetic, man. There's no one in that team that you actually feel like that is disappointed and bothered. They get beaten the Old Firm, and 2 days after it, they're filming their ratings, their new ratings on EA Sports 25. Oh, look, James Tavernier's a 78, Butland's a 77. What? What's that do for anybody? Like, if they truly cared, right, about that, they would tell EA FC or whatever to piss off. We're not doing this. Or they would at least, you know, lose their smile for the sake of the promotion. It's pathetic. You know what I mean? It is. It is. And I get it, EAFC, Rangers will make a wee bit of money for that, but it's pathetic, man. Joking and giggling about having a rare silver card or a non-rare gold. Who gives a fuck? Who cares about that? His socks have holes in them, big toenails. Carlos Pena is manager, if that's even his name. Big Carlos Pena. Tab only comes out to talk to the camera when Rangers win. He loses, he goes back under his rock. Right, Cyril Dessers is player manager, man. I think we've entirely lost the plot with that one. Samuel, I've already read that. one. The ratings are utter pish. Yep. Aberdeen, highest rated player on FIFA, 72. Yeah, FIFA just doesn't really, they don't care about the Scottish League. You know, no, I'm not going to pretend that big Malloy at centre back should be like an 84 rated card for Aberdeen, but anyway, who cares about Aberdeen's ratings? I thought Raskin was good yesterday. I just can't understand how PC's kept him it for so long. It baffles me. Offside by a toenail. It's FIFA, so it must be true. That is it. Tom Lawrence, man, runs like, I think see all that cement for China. I think Tom Lawrence stuffed it down his boots, because what is going on when he runs? Thinks lots of players don't want to be there. Probably. They probably don't want to be there. And that's up to them, though. It's pathetic. It is pathetic. Job too big for Clement or patience needed? Your views on Rangers. A lot of people have reacted to this. Clement whipping at we're 200% better this month. Ho ho! 200% better this month comments. What are we making of that? Embarrassing what's going on at Ibrox, both and on off the field. Clement has to go and quickly. I mean, honestly, is there anyone? But see, we said this, right? See, when the board are like, we're not going to sack him, right? We're not going to sack him and we're going to keep him. We said, well, what happens when we go 9 points behind and literally every fan's wanting them out? Well, we're fucking here. Put it in your diary, Halloween. Everyone wants them out. Apart from some delusional FUD that said, here, Walter Smith turned it around for 9 points, so Philip Clement can. Apart from one person, of every Rangers fan, everyone wants Clement out. There is no way in hell, right, Clement can turn this fan base around. It's done. The only way Clement can turn this fan base around is if he wins a league title. And judging by how bad this season's going to be, he's going to have to do it this year. Honestly. How can Clement turn it around without delivering trophies? He can't. Clement doing the Scott Steiner maths. They say all men are created equal. All men are created equal. I think the Roids have went to Big Phil's dome. Anyway, get your comments in. I'll be ending this soon. Beer Guy, you said something about Crown Jewel. I think I will be watching Crown Jewel, sadly. Actually, I don't know. Crown Jewel on at 5, Aberdeen Celtic semi-final at 5:30. I think Crown Jewel's going to have to take a back seat. Let's see here. Caden, you don't want to come on out. You're a lifelong Rangers fan. I feel it. Alex Ray's manager, staunch points. Do you see Aberdeen or the other lot dropping points? Yo, they're both going to drop points. The problem is we're going to drop more. We're going to drop more than Celtic. I actually might get Rangers as fixtures up here. So, right, November time. So we'll talk about this. So we've got Hampden, right? We've got Hampden up against want a hug? I'm all right. Right, we've got Motherwell. No confidence whatsoever. That could go. I mean, I just. Some guy with the same name as me, even though it's spelled with a PH. I don't know why he's comparing Clement and Walter Smith. I went through him last night. If you were there, you were there. Celtic is here. Stevie, did you see his Halloween Ranger special? Worth a watch. Who's Halloween Ranger special? Raskin waiting to star in Kingpin 2. Nah, Gerrard didn't get the cash last time. He's never going to go back there. Right. So Motherwell, that's up in the air, man. If we turn up, right, we should beat them. But this team's full of bottle jobs. Yo, see against FCSB, they scored really quickly because of a bottling mistake, and it got disallowed, and I thought it probably should have counted, right? Say that counted, we probably would have got beat because this team doesn't know what to do. See if Motherwell start strong and score first, we are going to be on our arse. We just don't score goals. We do not score goals, and Hampden, I know it's neutral, but technically away. But we had a few games there this season because the board couldn't run a bath. All right, Clement maybe sacked at 9. We can only believe he's not going. All right, use of Hearts, I'm sure. Yes, we do have Hearts. I'm not looking forward to that game. But before Hearts, we've got to wait to Olympiacos. I think Olympiacos are going to beat us. Right after the Olympiacos game, there is 2 games. One against Hearts and one against Dundee United, both at home, both at Ibrox, either side of the international break. That needs to be 6 points. That needs to be 6 points for Philip Clement. There is there's no way about it. No, there's no way about it. There's no 2 ways about it. He has to win. He has to win those 2 games. Forget about Motherwell, because I say forget about Motherwell, man. I wanted the guy out months ago, right? But if we do not beat Hearts and Dundee United, I don't know. Honestly, what's next? If we go against Motherwell, right? I don't think the Olympiacos game really matters. That's not going to contribute towards the sacking. But even if we go through against Motherwell, right? We're taking on Aberdeen or Celtic in the final. Both teams who are light years clear of us, it looks like. Celtic in every way, Aberdeen in terms of fight and hunger. So they'll beat us on the day because this team's shiftless. So you beat Motherwell, you're going to lose the final unless things drastically turn around. What about the league? What is the league just a complete write-off? Looks that way. Hearts and Dundee United, I mean, both games at home, that's got to be 6 points. It should be 6 points, but the way Clement talks in his pressers, he makes out that points are all right. You know? Absolute disgrace. If he keeps losing, he will quit, and you will need to put him gardening leave. Will he quit, though? I think he'll just go down. I think he'll just go down. Never wanted PC for the start. Bad move. We're a useless board. Yep. Right. After those 2 games at home in the league, which needs to be set, you're away to Nice. So again, I write that off. Then away to St Johnstone. Like, we've got 2 goals in 5 away games. We're awful. I cannot sit here and confidently say you'd beat them. Then you're at home against Kelly, which again, at home, teams just, it's not that they bottle it, but I feel like at home, they just stay live till 9. He's not getting sacked, man. You've heard it here first. He's not getting sacked. But at home, we just tend to win because I think teams just ease off us a bit. But away, that's when you get fined. After the Kelly game, you're then away to Ross County, St Johnstone, and Ross County. I mean, it's 2 relegation fodder teams, but Ross County scud at us last season, and St Johnstone, well, we've struggled a few times against them this year, whether it be at Ibrox or at Hampden. Then we have got the trip of Tottenham to Ibrox, which again, Tottenham right now, I fear Tottenham. I know they lost again. Who did they even lose at the weekend? But they beat who'd they beat? They beat Man City there. If they can beat Manchester, 13 fit players, Man City, I don't care. Right, they're going to scud us. Then you've got Aberdeen at home, right? Honestly, we're shite. Dundee at home, away to St Mirren, and away to Motherwell, right? And that takes you up. Now, obviously, if we get through the final, the semi-final into the final, there will be a cup final in there at some point. And I believe the Aberdeen Rangers game on the 15th would get pushed back to a later date. So again, you could be pushing back a Rangers Aberdeen league game for a Rangers Aberdeen Cup game, and I guess the same logic would apply. Do we then start January? I mean, listen to the start of January here. At home to Celtic, away to Hibs, and away to Dundee. Home to St Johnstone, away to Manchester United, away to Dundee United, and at home to Union St Gillossy. Can you only imagine how fucking bad? I mean, how many games have I just went through there, right? Let me just quickly add it up. 7 games, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, right? I've just went through 20 games there. And I don't really have any confidence about any of them, but I'm looking at the home games in the league, apart from the Old Firm, because that we won't win that. This team doesn't know what the fuck it is to win an Old Firm. You're looking at about 6 wins out of 20. I believe there's a stat. Out of our last 10 away games in the league, we've only won 2 of them. Only won 2 of them. Only won 2 of our last 10 away games. We've beat Dundee United, and I don't know who the rest are. No, I say the rest are like there's multiple teams. The other team. I mean, obviously you've got 2 draws against Hearts. You've a defeat against Kelly. You've a defeat against Celtic. You've probably got 2 defeats against Celtic when you factor in the split. There's a lot. I mean, 2 wins in 10 away games. It's awful. Wishful thinking, hoping for 6 wins. Well, I'm hoping for 20 wins, but that's the king of wishful thinking. It's just it's a joke. You going to do a watch along for fucking hell? Fireworks pretty loud. Presidential election. You think Trump will win? I think Trump will win. He was why would Rangers want Stevie G? He's familiar. It's not going to happen though. I've next Wednesday off to stay up to watch the election. How good's that? Watch along Sunday. I might do it. Okay, what time's it on? Is it 3 o'clock on Sunday, the game? It is. Yes, I'll do a watch along for that game. All your high earners will be gone by next summer, hopefully. The guy's a joke. It took a generation to build our team, and this twat successfully threw it away since his tenure. Yeah, 3 o'clock. I'll do a watch along. Do you honestly see Stevie G bailing yourself out, even if he was interested? No, I don't. Yo, I think Gerrard would come back to us almost as like a last resort. If he gets sacked for Saudi and the only jobs he was getting linked with were like, championship teams that were nowhere near the top of the table, I think he'd be like, all right, I think it's time to go back to Rangers and rebuild myself. But, would Rangers be the final nail in Gerrard's coffin if he couldn't get us back up to the level he got us back up to a few years ago? Probably. The lack of dodgy penalties is killing Rangers. Let's call it for what it is. You add penalties this season. What does it do, man? Brother John Beaton didn't really give us many decisions last night, didn't they not? Definitely not. Mustn't have got the brown envelope this week. Big Dunk, he's the man. We could get Big Dunk. Isn't Stevie G a Judas? I don't think Gerrard's a Judas. He left because he didn't get backed. But, again, say he got backed, right? Would he still have left for Aston Villa? Probably. I mean, it's HIPAA. It's theoreticals, man. I deal in absolutes, not that crazy shite. No sharks or barriers were hurt. VAR tried. It's best only showing beating one angle. What, the John Suter penalty? That angle was horrendous, by the way. We've even turned the lodge against Beaton troops. Nah, John Beaton. Nah, there's a John Beaton. He's beat us. He's defeated us. Right, I think that's where we are going to end it. We're going to go. We are going to go to 40 minutes. So get your comments in, then we're going to wrap this up. Oh, we're not ending yet. Don't say peace, bro. Well, you can go. You can go. That's setting me off the fire. I know they're loud, aren't they? It's fucking bombs going off. If he gets sacked, will you be live again? He's not getting sacked, but if he does get sacked, I'll be here. All right? Don't worry about it. I'll be here. Big Dunk would do knows all about the administration. Brilliant. You lose on Sunday. How many went out Ibrox for the return? Yeah. Can you imagine? But no, I feel like every time there's a defeat, Rangers win the next game. Obviously, in between the Killie and this game, last night's game, there was the 2 games, but no karma. I am not. It's just synchronized fireworks. It must be tough being a Rangers fan. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty shite, actually. You don't have the cash to sack him. Haven't heard that one before. Doubt he will get sacked tomorrow. He won't get sacked tomorrow. He won't. I think the earliest he gets sacked actually is after this Motherwell game. There is no way they can keep him after going out against Motherwell. I think if it was a semi-final against Celtic and we could beat, even though it would be like 6 Old Firms without a win, I think that might be. But no, man, getting beat against Motherwell, it's time to go. I used to play the recorder, Cabbage. Just throwing this out there. Celtic will beat Aston Villa. They could. You could be the first club to have 2 managers and keep them. You could be the first club to have 2 managers and keep them. What? We'll be like the 2-1 Motherwell under Pedro and Matty. Can't remember who. Bet Clement makes a quip joke about getting an actual sack for the team. He probably will. Right, we've got 30 seconds to go. If anybody wants to sit in the super chat, you can go ahead. Yeah. Send Clement as P45. Can you send a P45 into this chat? I don't think you can. No, you can send a Rangers badge though. What's banging? JJ, you're late to the party, mate. I'm about to end it in 10 seconds. Swings and roundabouts, it is. But yeah, that is where we're going to leave this. It's no good. Yep, Rangers badge is brilliant. But if you can't afford to sack him, he could be a B team coach. The toenails, the toenail talk, just everything that Clement talks about is utter shite. Broken badge soon. A few joint laughs at AEW. It'll be fine. It will be fine, won't it? It'll be brilliant. It'll be fantastic. Aberdeen are rolling in the dough compared to Rangers. Might never catch them. And on that note, we're going to leave it. You are the king of super chats, Blue Mac. You're the man. You're the man. JJ, if you open, is a weirdo. But you're JJ Celtic. Are you not? You could be him in disguise, JJ Celtic. No. Anyway, right. Rolling and wool. And on that note, like Stevie Cool signing out.